What do we got on each team? We gotta start with the team blue. We got ourselves Aelwit coming back as what looks like a Destro Warlock, I want to say. Is that Aelwit? Aelwit's no. Is that an imp or are you demon? I think you're a demon. Aelwit goes on. Okay, so he's demonology. We got ourselves Christina coming back as a feral druid. Toka hanging on the back as survival. We got ourselves Vikro gonna be going up as. Oh, you got the mount already. Wow, and that's gonna be Zooey. Playing Assassination this time as Zakati on his rogue. We're gonna have ourselves AT-ish on that more of that arcade. Oblivko back as the fire mage, I think. Could be arcane actually. We got ourselves Dirk's Bind on the side. Kachikan down mid. And UKL chilling in the back. It's gonna be Kachikan off the bat. The Fury Warrior God versus Aelwit off the start. He just actually giving him a little bit of a bow. He's like, nah, not a little bit of a bow. Bit of a roar. Not even gonna give him a second just to get a setup or nothing. Aelwit should probably taking the time getting a setup early on. It's not gonna be playing with a horror actually. Gonna be rolling gateway. Don't know if that's a good idea. Might be good against Kachikan. Try to let it fear into Cat. Gonna Berserker's Rage out of it immediately with a Cyclotronic Blast. He's gonna eliminate himself. Cyclotronic Blast himself into a Reflect. How do you manage to do that? And Vikro is going to be up next, popping already the full stun lock rotation onto Kachikan. He's not sitting in that for too long, going to be disarmed. Kachikan actually does get a charge at him, intercepting Vikro. But Vikro is going to have a port available out of there. With the Fist of Fury to follow, just trying to nail down Kachikan. Kachikan is going to go for a Blade Flare, not Blade Flare, Bloodlust. Bloodbath? Bloodbath, right? I feel like I haven't done these in a week and I'm already losing check all my abilities are. Let's go Bloodthirst. Gonna be catching a Bloodthirst to stay mobile. Even though Fist of Fury can't quite get the damage of Bloodthirst, but can at least stay mobile. And that's gonna be a Blaze Storm right into a Ring of Peace. Kachikan bringing some more into the piece. That's gonna be Vikram trying to see if he can bail out of there. It looked like he stopped in place out of nowhere. I thought it was Kachikan's charge, and Kachikan actually saving that leap charge for after Vikram does get a port. Predicted it. That's going to be a nice bit of Fist of Fury that misses completely. Karma has 0 use. That's going to be Vikram running out of cooldowns. Disarm into Vikram. Can't even lock Kachikan into Fist of Fury. Does get a leg sweep. Going to be a chicken out of Kachikan immediately, and Vikram is going to try to maybe go for a port. Going to be charged by Cat into a Fist of Fury. Dropping down the Cannonball Cannon. Getting the firing squad out for Kachikan. And now there's a Zuen available for Cat to get some healing from. Vikram is going to bail out into a focus Azeroth beam with a Ring of Peace to follow. And it's probably going to go for a little bit of heals while Kachikan can't really reach him. It's going to try to go for a Whirlwind. It's going to be Vikram bailing out for a second with a Tiger's Lust. Is getting mobile. Going to be a Zerka's Rage on a Cat. Vikram is obviously going to go for a port any moment now. Is going to get the images. Trying to get a Fist of Fury into Kachikan. But it's going to go immediately for a port as soon as Kachikan gets over there. Hopefully Kachikan has a leap or something. Going to be a roll for Vikram. Port in 3, 2, 1. Port, maybe port, maybe port. It looks like he's either saving the port until the very last second or something just doesn't. He doesn't have the cooldown. We can actually see down here. It looks like I'm blind. Vikram is going to get a wall up and running with a Fist of Fury to follow. Kachikan is just going to have to wait through that wall, wait through the next set of Karma. He's just going to have to play for the long game, but with a leg sweep, could that be enough for Vikram to lock down Kachikan? Actually going to be stopping his own burst halfway through. As soon as he got Kachikan's trade that gave him a small water shield, with the Fist of Fury to follow, going to be feared by Kachikan to stop in that Fist of Fury. Fire Squad is back up and running, and Karma is up a little bit early. Kachikan still holding on to his Zerka's Rage, and this way he's going to go for Enrage Regeneration. Vikram is going to jump down, wants to go for a port ASAP. Kachikan might be able to get a 1 Bloodthirst up there. Not going to be able to get it. Actually, probably could have walked over to the edge and then charged right at Vikram at the last moment. That actually might have been the way to go. Just juke out Vikram, who's expected for Kachikan to jump down. Fist of Fury to follow. And Kachikan's kind of locked in a bad spot. Vikram, kind of out of defense, is going to be Kachikan actually intercepting that roll, causing Vikram to drop down. Vikram is going to follow up with some Whirling Dragon Punch. Does Vikram have anything? No port available, no Karma, no wall. And that's going to be a touch of death onto Kachikan. All he has is Ring of Peace, but he's actually not going to follow up for a touch of death. She's just trying to get Kachikan away from him just so he can catch him in a bunch of verifies. The monk is just going to go for a long game for Kachikan. Needs to get heals back to back. Needs to get those charge heals whenever possible. And Kachikan decided, you know what? I'm just going to wait for the monk at this point. Blaze Storm to follow. Breaks out of Blaze Storm immediately to get some damage going. That's going to be a stun onto Vikro, forcing a trinket. And 2 seconds stun, forcing a trinket out of Vikro. He's just so focused on taking down Kachkin right now. His Cat's count is actually plummeting quite low. Vikro is getting hyper offensive here. Going to be a lead by Kachkin. He cannot get a charge off of Vikro. Fistafuri trying to lock him down. Is going to go for a commanding shout. And Kachkin used to get those Bloodthirsts in there ASAP charge. Bloodthirst maybe off that. Does snag one into a ring of peace by Vikro. Does get a fear onto the laser beam. Onto the Azeroth laser. And Kachika trying to catch a few more Bloodthirsts is going to get a disarm to Vikro. Could still go down regardless, though. Is that going to be the answer? Kachika right here is going to try to pop off some burst. Karma to follow. Kachika getting those Bloodthirsts regardless. He's going to charge Bloodthirst whenever he can. Trying to get some range from Vikro. Charge Bloodthirst. Might be able to get it. Maybe. Karma's still ticking on him. No healing. And Vikro does take him down. That monk played literally to the full extent of run and hide and heal until the very end. And it has a massive payoff. Warriors, Kachika, the fact that he held in there for as long as he did is a marvel in itself. 5 minutes in, we are going to be starting to hit dampening right now. Going to be Alexi Gale. He chickens out of it. Actually, it's going to be a mobile class versus one of the more mobile classes in the game. Vikro actually looks like he's seen his match. Going to be a fly up in the air for UKL. Trying to rain above onto Vikro, but he's going to get some line of sight. Was that a good choice for UKL? Might have used up a great defensive / offensive they could have used later versus Vikro. And Vikro is going to try to zone him out with that ring of peace. Again, setting up for another port. Trying to lure UKL way out of the UKL. Trying to stay on the top side of the platform. Going to be a port immediately as soon as UKL takes the bait. Resetting up a port. Not going to have that for 40 seconds while available for Vikro. Has a trinket very soon. No trinket available for UKL. Actually does nab a stun onto Vikro. As Touch of Death hits him, he can maybe get away from Touch of Death and reduce the damage he's taking. Fist of Fury gonna lock him down though. Touch of Death does take him down to just about half health. Second stun into Vikro while Wall is up. Focus Azeroth interval. He's at enough damage though. He's trying to get mobility out of there. And it's gonna get Dragon kicking away. Was that maybe a Void Elf racial just now? Did it set up a Void Elf racial? Because he did puff up all purple. But I don't know if he had a Void Elf racial set up. Fist of Fury locking down UKL. Actually with a stun to follow. Trying to get the big damage. Big Azeroth being blasted through UKL with a whirling dragon punch. And that's going to be Vikro actually taking it back. Who's next right now? It is going to be one of the mages. Going to be Obliv. Getting a couple of those pyro blasts in there. Trying to sizzle down the mage. Trying to sizzle down the boy. Vikro continues to stay as mobile as possible. He's going to play to the full extent of the law that the game allows him to run and heal. Whether you like it or not, he is winning these duels through it. And it might be the best arena map for him. So if anything, if this was a Runes of Lordaeron, might have been a different setup, but Vikro is going to take advantage of this. Actually going to juke out Obliv. I think he was trying to see if he could juke out maybe a Dragon's Breath out of Obliv or something. Playing very aggressively with Obliv, actually, when you think about it. Don't know why he had to come up to his face. It's gonna be big cool that's coming out of Obliv. Big temporal healing up to full. Vikro is in a bad situation. Vivifies coming out. Does he have anything? Lexi coming out of Obliv. He's gonna trick it out of Dragon's Breath coming out. It's gonna be short tricking out of Vikro. Does he have any more mobility? Or is his goose cooked dropping down the Ring of Peace? Is that gonna be enough to keep Obliv away? It is actually enough. Makes me wonder if Obliv is playing Shimmer or if he's playing the Blink to get out of stuns, actually. Gonna hit with an incap as Vikro is trying to buy himself even more time. Dipping down. Does he have a port? He doesn't have a port for quite a few seconds. Going to be Karma. Good force of Karma. And that's going to be essentially a force for Ice Block out of Obliv if he wants to go end this here. And Vikro. Did Obliv actually cancel his own shield just now? His own fire shield. So Vikro doesn't get any kind of damage. That's what it looked like for a second. But it's going to be Vikro getting quite a lot of pressure onto Obliv. Touch of Death though. So there's a lot of offensives he threw away. Is going to catch him as he's trying to cut across with an Invis. Gonna be a fireball to the face, and Vikro did recover heavily. 8 minutes in, 20% dampening. And now Obliv is not quite ahead as he was. Gonna be a focused Azeroth beam, trying to see if he can get some damage. Not sure what he's trying to do with that Azeroth beam. It looks like it was missing, shitting above Obliv's head more than anything. Leg sweep to follow, try to catch up to Obliv. Big tempo, but Obliv does get a short pacification of himself with a COS trinket. Looks like Obliv is actually not a CC. He could have maybe gone for any kind of control, but I guess he was expecting for like a stun out of Vikro just now. He just stopped moving in a place for a second, like, oh, there goes stun. Wait, I'm not stunned? By the time he got to react, it was over. Vikro is all the way on the other side of the pillar. I still do wonder. I do think that Obliv is playing the Blink. He was playing normal Blink that does grant him a shield every time he does get to Blink. So that's actually huge for him for survivability. He might have enough of sustain versus Vikro, because Vikro, wall is available, no karma, no trinket for a bit. That's going to be wall right now, trying to pre-tank the damage. Obliv getting the temporal up a little bit early, going to go for a little bit of damage. And Vikro's going to bail out of there. Those fire blasts are actually hurting him a lot. Fisafir trying to lock him down, going to be a blink for Obliv. Getting a new set of shield up and running with a combustion rolling for quite a bit. And Vikro's going to bail out of there. Vikro is playing with fire, literally. Not because Obliv is a fire mage, but because of how much damage Fire Mages can do. Got low on health. Could be a nice block out of Obliv and maybe end Vikro right now. That's exactly what he's going to try to attempt to do. Big Pyro Blast coming out. Vikro, do you have any kind of heal? He does get himself a port. Get a lockdown on the heal, and I think he might just go down here. And he does go down. This monk with all the running, all the hiding. And he does go down. Looks like Toku wants to give Obliv a full honor duel here. That's exactly what we like to see on this channel, dude. Honor duels for days. Especially after beating someone like Vikro, dude. Are you kidding me? But Toku is going to at least get himself a bit of a camo. Get a nice hit put onto Obliv with a Dragon's Breath to follow. Into a polymer. Trying to see if he can re-poly in case Toku does trick it out of it, which is exactly what he does. Trying to be unpredictable with it. Gonna try to go for a bit of a blood of the enemy. A big bite coming down, hitting Obliv on the side of the head. That's gonna be Obliv actually dipping down. His health is in free fall right now. Might see a cauterize out of him. Trying to survive. Trying to see if he doesn't get cauterized out. He does get cauterized out of him with our hope to fall. Trying to get himself a shield, but dampening being so high. That was just Toku just steamrolling over the mage in a single setup. If Obliv had Ice Block, I'm pretty sure he had Temporal. Maybe if Obliv had an opportunity to at least start Invis, might have been a better setup. But being completely out of cooldowns after spending everything into Vikro, you can't really say much about that, can you? It's going to be ATS up next as Arcane. 10 minutes in, 35% dampening rolling, boys. Gonna be Toku sending his pet over there at ATS. And ATS is actually going to take the pet with him. He's going to take it literally across the arena. And it's probably just going to go try to see if he can kill it. Toku trying to see if he might be able to reposition himself so he can maybe get some damage and an opener onto ATS. But the mage got the pet all the way over there. Is going to land a polymorph as Toku is trying to get up close and personal to the mage. Not going to be able to go for big damage with the pet. Actually going to blink back, trying to be what looks like also very, not random, but trying to be surprising. Polymorph actually breaks out pretty early on, and Toku is just continuing to pressure against ATS. Going to be a temporal running out as the trap is going to throw in ATS. I'm not really sure what he's did. He's kind of like trying to juke out cast, it looks like almost. Or just trying to go for instant cast whenever he can. Arcane missiles coming out of Toku. Does have a couple cooldowns rolling with blood of the enemy. Could be big damage out of Toku. As ATS shots actually not looking that good. Toku turning it around with a massive blood of the enemy as a survival hunter. Getting a couple of eagles flying there. I don't think he even used coordinated assault yet. I think that's what has been on cooldown for a while. That was an aspect of the eagle just now with blood of the enemy. That's burst right there. Another polymer from the pet, and ATS does need to go for a little bit of survivability or try to score a kill. That's going to be Freezing Trap stopping him as he tries to blink across Toku, set it up almost like he knew. I wonder if it, outside the luckiest trap in the world, or this man right here is literally dead 2.0 right now. ATS not looking at health anymore. Ice Block not even available. That's going to be maybe an invis out of him. Trying to get whatever instant cast he's got. Going to be more pet damage. I think ATS is on his last strain of hair there. Not a lot of places where he can stay. And she'll going to be a flare immediately onto Dirk's Brine as the pet gets attacked. Going to be tricking out of Dirk's Brine immediately with the focus Azeroth beam. Does Toku have anything for it? It's going to turtle shell immediately for any kind of damage. Dirk's Brine still holding on to a Cyclotronic Blast. Gonna be a Freezing Trap on top of Dirk's Brine as he tries to go for an invis. And Toku sees him right there. Probably should have hit him with a flare, I think. That's what I would have done. Parry coming out for Dirk's Brine. Does Toku have anything to follow? Might be able to maybe get CC on Dirk's Brine and go for Manic Bandage. Try to go for Manic Bandage in between. Gonna be a stun by Dirk's Brine. Tricking out Toku. Blood of the enemy coming down. And he one-shots Dirk's Brine in the setup. Oh my god. Toku, dude. What is that survival hunter damage out of nowhere? Somebody get dead up here, man.